You know what they say about assumptions. Today we're going to talk about how assumptions can destroy your business relationships. The easiest way to build consistent, long-term growth is by nurturing those very customer relationships. Keep watching as I go through how one company failed and how you can avoid making the same mistake. Hello, I'm Tameera, a certified project manager and senior accountant that likes to share the lessons that I've learned from 15 and a half years as a business analyst / senior accountant and digital consultant. If you would like to learn more about me, click the link in the description. And let's get into what we have for you guys today. What happened? I've been purchasing video games exclusively from this one particular company for several years now. Throughout this time, I've spent every bit of maybe a couple $1,000s. And I do this because I have a homeschool son. I homeschool my son. And to give him a reward for good grades and things like that, because I don't really do allowance, but I do reward for extraordinary things, I will get him a video game. And not just the cheap $20 what's on sale clearance bargain basement. I buy him pretty expensive games. So this particular transaction seemed to go through business as usual, no problems, everything went through fine. So I thought, right? Soon as I hit the button to send, I get a call from my bank, the fraud department. Hey, we noticed a large purchase from a particular company on your card. Can you verify the purchase is correct? Sure. At this time, my son is downloading the game onto his gaming system. I'm thinking everything is go, everything's fine. I verify the charge. I think all is over. Well, as I'm going through doing a reconciliation, I noticed that there are 2 charges for this particular game on my account. So now we went from being, I hate the fact that these are so expensive, to this is ridiculously expensive now, and something needs to be done about this right away. So, get on the phone with the bank. I'm like, hey, I noticed that there's a charge on here twice. Can you guys help me out? They're like, sure, we'll put in the necessary paperwork, all that good stuff. Reach out to the company that you made this purchase with and let them know, because maybe they can do something on their end as well to kind of speed this process up. So I reach out to the company. The first thing they do is they tell me that I must have hit the button twice, and that's why the charge is there, and we'll just go ahead and refund the duplicate. No problem. Okay. I see the refund receipt. Hey, you should see a refund in a couple days. I'm fine. I'm thinking all is over. Son comes, panic, tears, the whole shebang. The game is no longer on the system. They had just taken away the license for the game. Now I'm like, okay, so you guys took away the license for the game, and you only refunded me one time, but you charged this thing twice. So now I'm back on the phone with the particular company, and I'm like, hey, you guys took the game off. You guys only refunded me once. So right now you have quite a bit of money for me, and I have nothing for my son to play with. And he's excited. He's got his little group of people, and they're going to do some kind of group thing, whatever, what have you. I don't know. So, he's having a fit. His little friends are on the mics. They're having a meltdown. So I'm like, okay, let me just fix it with them. So we found another way to purchase this game, so we could put it on the console, and him and his friends could spend the weekend doing whatever they were doing as a group. Fine. Meantime, I'm still going back and forth with this first company and trying to get some kind of resolution. So instead of helping me, they're telling me you hit the button twice. So I'm going back. I said, no, I did not hit the button twice. And they escalated me. So when they escalated me, the next person said, oh, you must have hit the button twice, and that's why it's there. They removed the license, and you will get both charges back. You will get them both back. You just have to wait 4 or 5 days, right? Okay, fine. Well, I would have been fine with that but the delivery was just, ugh, very cold and condescending. And I'm still sitting there like I never hit the button twice. So once we escalated, the next guy tells me, hey, I see where it went through twice. Well, what happens is when you hit the button, if your bank flags it, it will sit in a queue until your bank approves it, and then it will go through. And sometimes they go through twice during that process. My first thought was, wow, that is some seriously high-tech stuff. My second thought was, why aren't you sharing that with the rest of your coworkers so they're not sitting there going back and forth with me telling me I hit a button twice when I did not hit a button twice, and treating me as if this is my fault and they really shouldn't have to do anything to help me resolve this issue. I didn't even know how to deal with that. So I was like, okay, well, I will watch my bank account. And if I do not see the refunds in my bank account, then I will reach back out and we will have a problem. So all of this transpired on Friday, right? So as of the time of me filming this video, I am still waiting to see what's going to happen. So whatever happens, I will put a comment in the comment section of this video. So make sure you like it so you can see when I commented on the video and you can get the follow-up to this. Or I might make another video. It just depends. If they just refund the money, I'll put it in the comments. But if I have to do a whole nother round of all of this, I will make another video. So stay tuned on that. So now we get to the part that matters. What did we learn from all this? What did we learn? One, they lost a customer that has spent several $1,000s with them over the past 6 years based off of an assumption. And the assumption was, I was wrong. Here's why that's dangerous. They are not taking any accountability for their behavior. They are not taking any accountability for the fact that their system is actually a bad user experience. And guys, I will make another video about user experience and how that can make or break your long-term client relationships. So what did we learn from all this? What did we learn? The first thing we learned is don't make assumptions. The second thing we learned is everyone has competitors, and what you won't do, your competitor will. We also learned that we need to take accountability in our businesses. If your system is messed up, you need to take accountability for that and apologize. No one ever apologized to me for this experience. No one. And I talked to 4 different people. No one ever said, I'm sorry you're going through this. Let me see how I can help you. None of the things that you should say to nurture your customer relationship, to keep your customer comfortable with doing business with you. Because those apologies go a long way. You may not think they do because the customer may be just going crazy, but when they sit back and they're telling their friends about it and they're telling their friends about how you apologize, that helps tremendously on making sure that they come back and keeping their friends doing business with you as well. So now that we've gone over what those assumptions do and how those assumptions can harm and destroy customer relationships, let's go over what we can do about it, what you should do about it. And what you should do about it is you should have documented processes in place to make sure that your staff understands what to do when your customer has a problem and when they need to escalate to another level. If the first customer service rep knew to escalate me to the second customer service rep as soon as I said that my payment was duplicated, that would have helped. I wouldn't have been quite as upset. The best way to go about making sure that you don't have experiences like these in your business is by documenting your processes. Therefore, you'll have a written set of steps in place that your staff can use to help them understand what they should do when and avoid situations like these. And guys, if you need help with process documentation, I'd like to invite you to take advantage of our 7-day challenge. This challenge is free to join. Each day, we will deep dive into how to set up your processes, optimize your processes, find junk and duplicate processes that are destroying your results. Click the link in the description to take advantage of this free challenge right now. And as always, thanks for watching. If you got value from this, please subscribe and share with your friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.